Yes, it is, and that is where we pick it up with 2 News reporter Birchelle Edmay. She has been following this issue, Birchelle, all the way back to June when the signatures were first introduced there, and many viewers have told us ever since that the 2 state ballot issues on marijuana legalization are a bit confusing. So you are here to break it down for us and the options that the voters will have when they go to the polls.
And you know, just to put it in perspective, for more than a week, our story on how confusing this is has been our top story. So people want to know what's at stake when they go to vote, and we want to explain that to you. So if you want marijuana legalized, no matter what, the vote is no on 2 and yes on 3. If a majority of Ohioans vote in this way, monopolies would be legal immediately and marijuana would be legal 30 days after the election. If you do not want marijuana legalized, no matter what, the vote is yes on 2 and no on 3. This keeps the status quo. There are 2 other options, but they are a bit more complicated, and it actually could lead to a deadlock situation. So if you want marijuana legalized and you want to prohibit economic monopolies, the vote is yes on 2 and yes on 3. The Secretary of State says if this is the outcome, the decision over legalizing marijuana would end up in court. That's because issue 3 also mentions monopolies, which you've just said no to by voting yes on issue 2. The final option is this: if you do not want marijuana legalized and you do not want to prohibit economic monopolies, the vote is no on 2 and no on 3. And for that option as well, that vote doesn't legalize marijuana, but it does allow for a monopoly for the marijuana industry that won't even exist.
Okay. It's a lot to sink in.
Absolutely.
I mean, we're dealing with it every single day.
And we're sometimes still questioning a little bit.
Exactly. So good to note that we have all of this information for you on WDTN.com. All of what Birchelle just told you, you can go and read it and kind of go through and take your time to fully understand it. And tomorrow for the election, you'll be up in Columbus, correct?
That's right. Our coverage will actually start from Columbus at 5. And as well, you can always catch me in my interviews and what I'm doing throughout the day on Twitter and Facebook. So stay tuned with us.
All right, Birchelle Edmay, thanks so much.